We talk a lot about spot price, but not a lot of us pay spot price. Let's talk about premiums next on Bullion Breakdown. So before talking about silver premiums, guys, let's get a baseline for the conversation. And what is the price of silver today? So if you look at the current market, and I am right now, we're looking at an ounce of silver in US dollars going for $24.04. So that's spot price for the purpose of today's conversation. The first part of the premium is the dealer part, and that's where you're making the transaction or acquiring the metal. And that business or that dealer has a profit to make, has a margin to manage inside of that business. And they try to make, obviously, some money off of every transaction, every sale, or every acquisition. So that's the business model of a dealer. And that's why we often refer to these premiums as dealer premiums. But it goes way beyond that and way further. So let's look at some of those impacts. Manufacturing costs, right? So you look at raw materials, the minting capital, things like location of the mint and the hard real estate costs, the tools, all those things go into a manufacturing cost, as well as labor, packaging, and any extra design features that go into the production of a particular bullion product. So you can see there's a heavy set of costs that go there and contribute towards that out the door premium that you're paying. Now, market demand also has a very large impact on that premium price. If there's production shutdowns or supply chain slowdowns, this does impact what goes on with the supply demand economics, and that can really mess with premiums in short and long term. At the end of the day, higher demand though does equal higher premiums, and I think if we look at 2020 to present day, we've witnessed that en masse. The next thing that I'd say that would go into what makes up a premium for a bullion product would be the type of bullion or even the purity. And those things can go together. You look at bars and rounds, coins, they all have different premium sets depending on the type of product and what that particular product is. Then you have BU or brilliant uncirculated versus proof. There's different layers of premiums there. So it varies depending on the product, and that is what can be confusing to a lot of newbies in the stacking space. That's why there's videos like this to just review and talk about it as a community and share information. And that's important, guys. So if there's anything that I'm missing in this video and you're an experienced stacker, by all means, please chime in the comments section and help others out. Because one thing I know with starting this channel is that there's a lot of new stackers out there and there's a lot of confusing information for them, and they're just looking for a good starting point. So if you have experience and you're watching this, please help contribute to the conversation. I'll just touch on purity because it does matter in some cases and in some places. I'm in Canada here, and if you're buying anything under 4 nines from a gold perspective, you're looking at a tax hit, for example, right? So even American Eagles, gold Eagles, there's a tax hit here versus saying buying a Buffalo, which is 4 nines, no tax there. So it depends on that, but purity does play a part in the premium and out the door cost. Another big impact here is quantity and what are you buying? Because the larger the quantity you purchase, the better the premium you get. Premiums are subject to volume-based pricing at the end of the day. And if you're willing to buy more, you can acquire a lot of those metals. A lot of the time, unless premiums are going crazy, you can get those for cheaper out the door price. I would also note that this varies depending on dealer and region as well, right? So it really depends on the local market demands of a particular marketplace. So I mentioned market demands. The last thing I'll touch on here that impacts dealer premium is market conditions. I talked about it earlier, but supply demand dynamics, economic factors, the geopolitical things that are going on in the world, investor sentiment, all these things obviously play a part in contributing to that premium cost. And it would be my opinion during high volatility periods that, premiums are going to increase with more uncertainty. And that's almost a guaranteed that we'll see some fluctuation in the coming months. Okay, that probably seems like a lot. So let's just close the loop and go through the list again of things we talked about today. Everything starts with spot price. Then you add in the dealer premium there. That's the margin for the dealer. And then you get into the costs that are often hidden for the purchaser. Things like manufacturing costs, market demand, bullion type and purity, quantity that you're purchasing, and the market conditions that you're buying in. Those were the things that we talked about today. I hope this content is valuable for you. If it is, please consider giving a like and subscribe to the video, and hit the bell and do all those things. Even share the content. This is a small channel. We're trying to do a lot for the stacking community and just help inform people on how to enter the market of precious metals. And for those with experience, we're looking to sort of support your journey along the way. So thanks for watching. This has been Bullion Breakdown. We'll catch you on the next one, everyone.